Great video. How did you get out of $70,000 in debt? Please share. I get this question very often when I talk about having gotten out of $70,000 worth of debt, and that debt included credit cards, car loans, and student loans. And so the first thing that I did in order to get out of debt was I stopped ignoring it. I know this might sound super basic, but it's such a critical first step in order to try to get out of debt, because you have to turn the lights on. You have to shine a light on your current situation in order to correct it. So I stopped ignoring all of my bills. I stopped ignoring the letters that I would get in the mail about late notices or unpaid, past debts. I stopped ignoring it. I opened up all my mail and I opened up the emails and just sat with where I was financially. So I stopped living in denial and I stopped allowing my anxiety to keep me from fixing the problem. And I feel like you can't fix a problem unless you acknowledge that there is one. So that is such a crucial first step, is you have to stop ignoring your debt and shine a light on it, so that we can then move to step 2, which was I made a plan to pay off my debt. So what I did was, when I finally wrote out all my debt balances and I wrote out all the credit cards that I had debt on. I wrote out the interest rates, the student loans that I had. It was one big lump sum. I think it was maybe like 40,000 or 50,000 of that 70,000 was my student loans. But in that, it consisted of a couple different loans, and all of them had their own interest rate. So I wrote everything out, everything in detail. You need details, not just broad, yeah, I think I got 6,000 here. No, I want you to know your debt numbers down to the penny. So I wrote everything out. I got clear about everything, and then I started to make a plan. So what I would do was go on these, I would type in debt calculators in Google and find all these different debt payoff calculators and just kind of played around with them. And it actually became pretty fun, because I would put in my debts and the interest rates, and then I would put in like extra payments, like how soon would I get out of debt if I put in extra payment. And it was really cool to see like how fast I would be able to get out of debt. And at the time I was working at the hospital. I am a nurse, and so I was working hourly. So it was very easy to get overtime for me. So I would, go to these debt calculators and see how much money I would need to put extra a month in order to pay off the debt by a certain date. And then I would think, okay, how many overtime shifts do I need to work in order to get that money in order to pay off the debt? And it really became like a game, and it became fun. And then when I'm working these overtime shifts, it actually became exciting, weirdly enough, that I was working, because I had a purpose for being there. I had a purpose, like, I work 12-hour shifts and I'm tired, I'm on my feet, but it was actually felt empowering, because I knew that with each hour I was getting paid, and I knew exactly where that money was going to go, and it was causing me to become freer because the debt was getting paid off. So I didn't hate working as much, because there became a purpose for my working, and that was to pay down my debt. So the third step I took to get out of $70,000 worth of debt was I got on a budget. And I know I talk so much about budgeting on this channel, but y'all, I'm telling you, there's no way that I could have gotten out of $70,000 worth of debt without a budget. And when I realized my spending was out of control, I got on a budget with the help of someone that I'm going to talk about later in the video. So budgeting was key for me on this debt freedom journey, because it allowed me to be able to see where my money was going. And not only that, but it allowed me to be able to tell my money where to go. And it's really like a mindset shift, because no longer was money just leaking out of my account, just because of my impulse spending, but I was now in more control of what was happening to my money. When I first started budgeting, I did what I call bill slicing. And basically, what that was is I wrote down all of my expenses, everything that I had been spending my money on, and I just mercilessly cut all of my spending, all the frivolous expenses. Like, I had Sirius XM subscriptions, and for my car, I had Julep. Were any of you guys subscribed to Julep makeup, where they send you a box of makeup every month? I don't even wear makeup. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, why was I? And that was like 20 something dollars a month, and all I ever used was the nail polish in that box. My spending was out of control, and so I just basically cut mercilessly all of my expenses that were not necessities. And honestly, this was very easy for me to do because by the time I got to this step of budgeting, I was mad. To be honest, I finally came to the realization that all of these bad financial decisions that I have been making, how they have hurt me. Because, I'm living this high life and, spending money the way I want to spend it. And I'm thinking this is good for me. I'm thinking, I'm living the high life. But then when I finally got the realization that no, like, I'm not living the high life. Actually, I'm making myself more a prisoner to my job, more a prisoner to debt. I'm not living the high life. I'm becoming a slave. And so by the time I got to this budgeting step, I was just mad. I was mad that I don't have any savings. I was mad that I have not yet invested. I was mad at how behind I felt financially in life. And so it was very easy for me to cut these expenses because I was mad at Julep. I was mad that they was taking my money. I was giving it to them, but I was still mad at them. I was mad at Sirius XM. I was mad at the Cheesecake Factory where I went, 3 times a week to get lunch. I was mad at myself. And also I was just mad at, like, why don't they teach you these things in school? I was just mad that I didn't know these financial truths. I didn't have financial literacy, and I just felt so not lied to, but just kind of like not given the game. Like, why didn't they teach you don't go into credit card debt or try to buy a used car in cash and not buy a brand new car with a high monthly payment that you can't afford, or live below your means. Like, all of these key financial tips that they could have very easily taught us in school, but they didn't. So honestly, y'all, I was just mad. I was very mad, and I used that anger, I used that frustration to motivate me to just cut mercilessly my spending, because I was like, okay, no more. I'm not about to be the fool no more. I know now, my eyes have been open. I have seen the light, and now I'm gonna walk a different way. The fourth step to getting out of $70,000 of debt was I changed my mindset around debt. Debt is stealing from you, and it's stealing your freedom, it's stealing your ability to grow wealth because you're paying down this debt. So I had to change my mindset around that. And also I had to, just be content with what I had. So in order to get out of debt, you have to change your mindset around debt and change your mindset around the things that you desire. And if you desire a luxurious lifestyle, that's going to make it more likely that you're going to stay in debt, because most of us don't make enough money each month in order to live a luxurious lifestyle in cash. Wow, that wind is really blowing. So you have to learn how to be content with little and find, the luxury in the little things, so that when your income does increase, your lifestyle won't increase with it. But now as your income increases, that's just more money to save. That's more money to invest. That's more money to use for, lasting things. And the fifth step that I took to pay down my debt was I got a financial coach. So I went to a Dave Ramsey conference in 2016, and it was super random, and I didn't even really know who Dave Ramsey was, but I got a ticket from a friend of mine, and I went, and I was completely blown away. This was the first time I ever heard that you should be getting out of debt and how to really manage your money. And so, like, a fire was put underneath me to, like, fix my finances. And I came across a couple at my church, and they were hearing me talk about how I really want to get out of debt. debt and I'm really excited about it. And they basically took me under their wing and they coached me financially. They were financial coaches and they met with me once a week for, I don't know, it was maybe like 6 weeks. And that's when I realized that I was spending like $900 a month on food, because the first assignment they gave me was to track my expenses. That was like, they were like, get a little notebook and just for a month, I want you to just write down every time you spend money. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that, no problem. And after a month, I tallied all my categories up and I realized that I was spending $900 a month on food, and I was blown away. I could not believe how just uncontrolled my spending was. And so they helped me to get on a budget. They helped me to kind of make a plan to pay down my debt. And it was just such an amazing experience to have people walk with me through this journey. Having a financial coach opened my eyes to a whole new world that I never knew existed. Like, I began to see how true wealth is really built, and began to think like wealthy people think and began to make decisions like wealthy people make. And once my eyes were open to this fact, I could never go back. Once I saw that there was a better and smarter way to live life financially, I wanted that for myself. And now, I didn't say it was the easier way, because sometimes having a money transformation is difficult because you're trying to dismantle maybe 5 or 10 or even 20 years of poor financial decisions and building a new foundation and new money mindsets. And that can be tough. And so having a financial coach walk you through that journey, it really helps you to stay grounded. It helps you to stay motivated and not give up. And that is why today I am a financial coach, because having a financial coach in my life has caused such a huge transformation and has truly put me on the path to financial freedom. I wanted to help impact others' lives in the exact same way. And I truly believe that this is my passion and this is what I have been created for, because I am so excited and so passionate about helping other young women who may have, made all the similar poor financial decisions that I made, and you may be feeling behind in life financially, and you want to get it together, you want to get your money in order, but you just maybe don't know where to start. Those are the type of people that I want to help. I want to help those who are motivated to make a change in their life. They see what they've done before is not working, and they want to make a change. They want to have that transformation, and they want to start their financial freedom journey. That's who I want to help. And I'm so grateful to say that I've already been able to have a huge impact in some of my clients' lives, because one of my clients was a smoker. And after one of our sessions, she texted me and she was like, hey, I just quit smoking. And we didn't even, talk about her quitting smoking in the session. But she was like, I already knew that it wasn't good for my health. But once I, did my tracking of my expenses and realized how much this habit is costing me, she was like, I'm slicing. I'm getting, she was like, these cigarettes cost way too much. Ain't nobody got time to be spending all this money on cigarettes, and I don't even need it, So she did that, of her own volition after one of our sessions. And so that's the type of impact that I love having in my clients' lives. I hope my story has been helpful for you, and I hope this answered your question, Cindy. And if you are in debt right now, I want you to know that it's absolutely possible for you to be debt-free. So keep going, don't give up. Know that I'm cheering for you, and I'm here to help you in whatever way that I can. And like I said, budgeting was a huge part of my debt freedom journey. And if you want to learn how to budget for financial freedom, then watch this video right here where I show you just how to do that. And I'll see you in that video. Bye.